Welcome back. About 2,000 firefighters are in Ottawa this week discussing big topics such as safety, wildfires, and occupational cancer. They're gathering for their 56th convention, and it's the first time they're meeting since the pandemic. Joining me now is Neil McMillan. You are a member with the International Association of Firefighters. Thank you so much for joining us now.
No, it's my pleasure. Thank you very much.
To begin, let's talk a little bit about this convention. We're seeing, thousands of firefighters from all across Canada and the United States come down here. There were some big discussions, big topics. Mainly one of them is the wildfires. We're seeing more wildfires now. Is that a concern for firefighters, I'm sure? And what are some of the challenges that you guys are facing now?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. We've been seeing wildfires and wildland fires in the urban interface increasing due to climate change in part, and it is a concern for firefighters. We're concerned about ourselves as well as the communities that we serve. Unfortunately, the Canadian government has invested $37.9 million, into funding, resources for wildfire operations, and in addition to that, some of those funds will be allocated to responding to the urban interface, which will help our members within the IAFF to combat fires, especially as they're encroaching on urban environments. This is a problem that isn't going to go away, but with added resources and commitments from federal and provincial governments here in Canada, and with the partnership with the IAFF, we're going to see some improvements here. And this is a problem that affects obviously our members and communities in the U.S. as well, as we've seen and we've heard. So with the wildfire season upon us, we're very much interested into ensuring that those resources are in place for our members to be able to properly do their jobs and serve their communities while being safe at the same time.
There's fears that, we're going to see more wildfires. What kind of toll is that going to be taking on the industry?
Well, there's all sorts of different effects that firefighters, are afflicted by. Increased stresses, time away from home. Those are all some of the things that kind of affect them as they're going into the field to fight these wildfires. So again, part of the reason why we're here, we've all come together at this convention, is to ensure that we're bringing forward ideas to better serve and protect our members as they're committing themselves to serving their communities.
Another big topic, cancer and firefighters. Can we talk a little bit about the fight against that?
Well, cancer is the #1 cause of firefighter mortality. We are here recognizing many of our members today, and many of our delegates from across the U.S. and Canada spoke about their fellow colleagues, brothers and sisters who have passed in the line of duty because of the cancers that they acquired through the exposures they received on the job. Firefighters have physical and chemical exposures, both from fire scenes, from some of the equipment that they use. And unfortunately, that gives them higher rates and higher mortalities to a number of cancers, and this has been proven scientifically. So we're very happy about what happened recently in Lyon, France, where the IARC, which is the International Agency on Cancer Research for the World Health Organization, where they upgraded the occupation of firefighting from a class 2B, which is possibly carcinogenic, all the way to known human carcinogen. Skipping 2A designation. So, these scientists from around the globe came together, they reviewed the epidemiological research and some of the more mechanistic studies that have been done as well into firefighter links to cancer, and they determined that as an occupation, firefighting is absolutely carcinogenic in nature to humans. So this type of research and validation from a world-class organization will assist us again in ensuring that we have proper protections for benefits and entitlements in the event any of our members end up getting that diagnosis and, God forbid, pass away from an occupational cancer.
And I guess what's next when it comes to getting the right uniforms to protect, not to protect you, but also not give you toxins and in turn possibly cancer?
Yeah, so we as an organization, again, here coming together are trying to ensure that we have all the information in place to make sure that standards and regulations that apply to our uniforms or our PPE ensure that we have the healthiest and safest things possible, and that we're not trying to utilize products that possibly add to that toxic burden that we're already suffering from these occupational exposures. So that's of high concern. We definitely are cognizant that we have that high body burden of chemicals, and to reduce any unnecessary exposures through our PPE or uniforms is something we're cognizant of.
Perfect. Thank you so much for taking the time and chatting with us today.
Right.
Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.